Everyman Driver Nation, what's going on? Welcome back. I'm Dave Erickson. Thanks so much for joining me this week. I am wrapping up my review of this 2018 Hyundai Sonata. This comes in 7 trim levels. We have the one smack dab in the middle, the Sport. There are 3 above us, 3 below us. We have the Sport. It's a mid-size family sedan that is fantastic for someone who's looking for a great commuter car to and from work. It's also got some redesign features this year and 2 standard safety features that I think you'll be interested in. So today, let's take a closer look. The redesigned 2018 Sonata enters the market with a new look from the front, side, and rear thanks to a cascading grille, a more assertive profile, and an entirely new rear showcasing a clean and handsome approach with reimagined slim taillights. Supplementing the bodywork, the 2018 Sonata now lights the way with LED daytime running lights, and when night falls, available LED headlamps with dynamic bending lights. This same standout style continues in the rear with sharp taillight design and enlarged Hyundai badge, which now cleverly houses the trunk release button. So there are 2 engine options available on the Sport trim. There's a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. There's also a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder. We have the non-turbo. If you had the turbo, 245 ponies under the hood. We have 185 and 178 pound-feet of torque. Both made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission. We have paddle shifters on ours, so it makes it a little more fun to drive. Now the non-turbo engine gets 25 city, 35 highway, pretty good for mixed driving number of 28. The turbo gets 2 less in mixed driving, 26. Inside, the renewed center stack and instrument panel echo the exterior's catchy new looks. The trend carries down to gauge dial design and a strong 3-spoke steering wheel. Piano key buttons for audio and HVAC controls give a premium look and touch. Here's a look at your real-world backseat legroom and headroom from a guy who is 5'11", and I'm very impressed with the amount of passenger room inside the Sonata. This is my position as a driver up front. So you can see here, I've got a lot of room between my knees and the back of the seat. One thing that's missing, there's no compartment behind the back seat for any storage like there is behind the passenger seat. There are some cubby holes in the doors on both sides. There's also a fold-down armrest right here with a pair of cup holders as well. Headroom. Look at this, looks fine, right? Indent in the roof line allows for a little bit more space. I'm leaning back, pretty darn comfortable. And we have a moonroof here in the front to allow a little more light in. It'd be nice to have one all the way back, but you're gonna have to upgrade in terms of trim levels to get a little more bells and whistles with your Sonata. Otherwise, pretty comfortable space to be in. No complaints whatsoever. There are a couple of ways you can open the trunk lid of the Sonata in 2018. There's a button just left of the steering wheel. There's one here in the key fob, which we're going to use. There's also a hands-free smart trunk release. We don't have that on ours, but I'm going to hold this one down. It'll open up. So one of the best in class in terms of cargo volume back here, 16.3 cubic feet. I would get in there. I would fit just fine. You can put some pretty large pieces of luggage back here, boxes, plenty of groceries, don't worry about that. And you can increase the cargo volume even more so because you can pull these tabs here and fold down the back seats to allow for longer items. So that's how easy that is to utilize the cargo room. And just below your floorboard, you'll find your spare tire and jack kit. Close it up, walk away, and you're good to go. All right, we have a push button start here inside the Sonata, fired up. And you may notice here on the 7-inch touchscreen, I have my phone plugged in. It is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatible. I love this. It really isn't that intimidating. If you are maybe in the older category and you're wondering what's all of this stuff he's talking about with, Bluetooth connectivity, smartphones being plugged in, just use your USB cable, plug it into the port. It'll walk you through the directions. It's very easy. And then I can press the Apple CarPlay in my example here, and this is what the screen looks like. So I can listen to a podcast and music, maps, Google Maps there.
answer and hang up phone calls, see text messages. So really a safety feature here to keep your hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, and if something comes up, you don't have to really pick your phone up. Otherwise, very user-friendly features, interface, 7-inch touchscreen, a lot of buttons here, but they're all labeled, easy to understand. I'm gonna warm up my seats here because it's 36 degrees outside. Pop it into drive, our 6-speed automatic transmission. I have the paddle shifters right here. Will not be using them. I'm just not a big fan of paddle shifters. I don't know how many people do use those. Steering wheel mounted controls, pretty standard from what you've seen in the past. You've got your volume here on the left-hand side, cruise control on your right-hand side. There's a button up here that will kind of change what you see in your instrument cluster. Instrument cluster straightforward, RPMs on the left, miles per hour on the right. That center display, I can see right now my driving information, how many miles I've gone, my average miles per gallon. Go through the user settings, driver assistance technology. So what's cool about this and standard here for 2018, rear cross traffic alert and blind spot detection now standard on the Hyundai Sonata Sport for 2018. Hyundai Sonata all across the board, so that's really nice. All right, start to accelerate. Even though we have the non-turbo, it gets up to speed just fine, goes through the gears. No complaints, really smooth driving. A little bit of it's kind of soft when you're going left and right, a little bit of not a roll, but cushiony. So it's a very comfortable drive. Overall, the atmosphere inside is comfortable, smooth driving experience. I really do believe this is a great commuter car, to and from work for families. So much space here on the inside, interior-wise, for passenger volume, and nothing really confusing about what this car has to offer. It's really straightforward and appeals to a lot of people, in my opinion. Now, a couple of vehicles that might compete with this that you might consider: Toyota Camry and Mazda 6. Very different in what they have to offer. Sure, the Camry is more expensive and you're going to have a few more high-end items on it. This will be less expensive. Mazda 6 got that driving experience going on for it, a lot more fun to drive than this one is. I think when it comes to a mid-size sedan, the Sonata is a good bet. It's a no-brainer in my opinion. The price point is very doable, and I'll talk about that at the end. I'm happy with the fuel economy, the cargo capacity, and the technology. And they're up to speed when it comes to some of the safety features that they have now standard for 2018.
One final thing, all Hyundai vehicles sold in the U.S. are covered by Hyundai's Assurance Program, which includes the 5-year, 60,000-mile fully transferable new vehicle limited warranty and Hyundai's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty and 5 years of complimentary roadside assistance.
So the base MSRP here on a 2018 Hyundai Sonata is between $22,000 and $32,000. Our tester here, $25,200. It's worth a look and absolutely a test drive. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson with Everyman Driver. Thanks for watching. Drive safe. We'll see you soon. Adios.
How do you know you're getting the best deal on a new or used car? Call 844-765-0610. Make one phone call to hear about all the great deals near you. We know all the brands and all the best deals. We're not a dealer. We're here to help you find the right car. Call 844-765-0610 today.